Hello, everybody, and welcome to the day 2 Arena Open drafts. In this first draft, I need to go 3 wins before 0 losses. That's right, the stakes are high, and if I do that, I qualify for the second draft on day 2, where a win will get me $1,000, 2 wins, $2,000, 3 wins, $2,500. So it's high stakes limited. I really want to do well here. This is the road to cash, so it's a high stakes, pretty much as high stakes as it gets on MTG Arena. And we are starting things off with a pretty solid rare. This card, just 5 and a 5, and starts making you some 1/1s, can make things cost a little bit less. So I'm relatively happy to start with a Defiler of Faith if there's nothing better in the pack. There is Dragon Whelp as a pretty reasonable flyer. It's funny, my perspective on this card is slightly biased because I did some like old format drafting, and in like an alpha draft, this card is like insane. So I think Defiler of Faith is a pretty clear pick out of this pack. The commons are relatively weak. Destroy Evil is a pretty decent performer. Bite Down is reasonable. Maria's Outrider is decent if you're in a domain deck, but Defiler is just pretty good in almost any deck. Dragon Whelp, I'm not sure if this would be my second pick out of the pack. It would be between Dragon Whelp and Bite Down, I think. I don't really want to start with a gold card, but Queen Alanal does play well with the Defiler. But not the craziest start to a draft, but definitely a reasonable one. Oh, man. Immediately some tension in my draft here. So the rare is missing, so we don't get a huge signal point. But there is a really good follow-up that goes well with Defiler of Faith, which is Czar Ojanin, which being able to turn my 1/1 tokens into 2/2s with Czar, really good, and even sometimes bigger stuff as well if I'm splashing or something. There's also Sprouting Goblin, which is really good in red-green, but I don't think, because I already have a white card, I like maybe biasing towards the Czar. And then there's a Bite Down for green, and there's also a Lightning Strike. So some interesting options here. I think it's between Lightning Strike and Czar. It's a close one, though. I don't know if white is going to be open. Generally, I tend to just take the monocolored card early in a draft, and I think I'm going to stick with that plan here, because you never know if white's going to be open this early on. And we don't see any good white cards that are just single white, like only white. Okay, I feel a little bit vindicated for that decision, because once again, there is not a good white card in the pack. Those two cards are not great options. Goblin Picker is okay, but nothing too crazy. And then there's like a land, there's a Bulwark, which is mediocre. I don't think the Defender's deck is really worth going for without the... what's that stupid angel called? The 4-mana white angel. Rada Coalition Warlord is also a reasonable card. It goes pretty well with the... oh, whatever that mechanic is called. There's a few decent black cards. There's Soul Tender, which is a nice one. So it's between Goblin Picker and Rada, I think, here. I think Rada is the most powerful card in the pack. So I'm going to take Rada with the Soul Tender. This is not a good pack, though. Goblin Picker was also an option, but I'm not super worried about that one. Okay, so now there is Resolute Reinforcements as another token maker kind of card. I think it's better than Join Forces. This card was fine for me, but nothing too special. Mesa Cavalier is reasonable. There is Furious Bellow. There is Sunbathing Rootwalla. Yeah, this is interesting. I don't think the Rootwalla is the pick here. I don't think Furious Bellow is the pick. Espionage is a reasonable card sometimes. It's a little bit worse in draft than it is in sealed. I think we'll just take the reinforcements. It goes with the Defiler of Faith. Maybe we can build towards a token Z deck. Okay. Now there's a Solarian Terror and a Soaring Drake. The Runvelt Horde Master doesn't really do much. So I think the best card in this pack is probably the Solarian Terror. I like Molten Tributary as well, but that's not really where I want to be. I think it's better than Soaring Drake at this point. I've been very impressed playing against this card. There's not really a card for the red-white aggro deck I'd be building, so I can maybe just take a Terror and try to get into a blue-red spells deck. I do like Tributary in those sorts of situations, but it's tough. If I ended up in blue-white, would I rather just have Soaring Drake? Probably. And I could easily end up in blue-white. I'm going to take Soaring Drake. It's a more midpoint card. Because blue-white's not going to have as many spells. Okay, now we see some blue cards. Timely Interference, Gin of the Fountain. Gin of the Fountain has felt a little bit expensive to me in my experience. It's like a fine card, but not one that I need to really prioritize. Flowstone Infusion's reasonable. Balduvian Atrocity. Black has not felt open. I think it's between the Interference and the Gin. And I think I'm going to take the Timely Interference over the Gin. Berserker. Coalition Warbrute's also in the pack. This is a reasonable card. Warbrute's a little bit like more expensive to play. Founding the Third Path is fine sometimes. I think I'm going to take the Berserker. Well, late Najal makes me want to just kind of go down this blue-red path. The entire table passed up on him. And I still don't really regret the Soaring Drake pick because I only have 2 instants right now, and so I might not have the density that I need for the Tellurian Terror. And I don't regret the Rada pick either because maybe I splash green for something and then that could be a decent card. Wow, Queen Alanol came back? Oh my gosh, that's tough. Is Dragon Whelp worth taking here? Or is it just Flowstone Infusion? I think I'll just take the cheap instant. Queen Alanol coming back is crazy, but I don't have the green-white cards to support it now. Yeah, and the other guy didn't come back. Okay. The 5-drop, which I didn't expect, to be honest, obviously. Volshay versus Librarian. Librarian is better than the 3-drops I currently have, but Volshay is a reasonable card in these sorts of decks, it feels like. Gosh, a Librarian might just be the pickup here. I've not been super impressed by that card in draft. Ooh, the picker came back, so I didn't get punished for my picks at all. I'll take Furious Bellow over Haunting Figment. Having access to a copy of this can be good. Fire Nado. Red looks open here. Now another Librarian, sure. Okay. So, this card's insane. 3 mana, 4/3, reach, trample. Then return it from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. For 8 mana. But we're playing blue-red. It seemed open, especially red. I guess we could also play red-green, because we have this Rada. But green did not seem open. I don't think I saw any good green cards late in that pack. There's a Electrostatic Infantry, which could be really good in my deck. Solarian Geyser. And then there's the Green Widow. I don't think I'm going to take the green card, because I'm not going to end up in an open deck. I'm just going to take the Electrostatic Infantry. It seems really good for my deck. I mean, I need to just stay the course. Green is going to be open this pack, but I don't think it's going to be open overall. Because, again, we didn't see any good green cards in pack 1. I don't think this card's that good. I like the Amplifier for the deck we're building. We have 4 instants, 1 sorcery. We're going to try to get more. I don't think the Berserker's that good. We want to be able to do some aggressive stuff. Now we get a Timely Interference. I do like Soaring Drake, but I think Timely Interference is going to be good for us. It's a cheap cantrip. It fuels our infantry and our amplifier. Okay. And I can take another Flowstone Infusion, maybe? I mean, I don't really regret that. Soaring Drake is going to be good in my deck, too. And at the time, it was a better pick. Because in blue-white, I think you don't end up with as many instants, because white doesn't have as many instants. And so, if I was in blue-white, I think this card's probably a little better. I don't really think I'm going to take the... Which Flowstone? I think this card's medium. Infusion might wheel. I'm just going to take the Kabu. I already have an Infusion. It's not the sort of card you need tons of. Copies. Maybe I take Impulse here. Yosha declares war. I do have 2 Librarians. I don't think this card's that good. Impulse is also a little bit tricky to use here. I've kind of got my lane here going. Nile. Or War Brute. This guy's not very good. I guess I take the Nile. Not going to need a War Brute, I don't think. Even though I think the card's reasonable as well. How many Yosha declares wars do you need to have before it becomes a reasonable card? We've seen 3 of these now. Maybe we'll wheel them all. I think that's the only play that makes... Ooh, late E2 Amplifier is great. That card's good in my deck. Furious Bellow. Inscribed Tablet to go with Yosha Declares War. So we're off to a good start here. We have 7 instants, 1 sorcery, 10 creatures. Pretty much where we want to be. And we have some pretty good creatures too, like the amplifiers and the infantry. Pretty good for us. Take the turtle. I've played Crystal Grotto before. Usually it's when I'm splashing some sort of stuff. So we have a pretty good deck here so far. Nice little bit of aggression, a little bit of mid-range value. Another Yosha Declares War, as I anticipated. Flowstone Infusion came back, also kind of as I anticipated. Yes! I mean, when you have 3 Yosha Declares Wars, it actually starts getting kind of reasonable to go for it. Like, this Inscribed Tablet's going to wheel. Here I get a pretty clear Soaring Drake, I think. Everything else is kind of bad. But I might wheel the Inscribed Tablet. And with 3 Yosha Declares War, they do stack really well. Because the first one pings something, the second one does 2 damage, and the third one does 3 damage. And if you just have an Inscribed Tablet sitting in play, it's even more damage. I mean, it feels weird to try that kind of weird experiment that I've never done before in a high-stakes draft, but that was kind of the reason I took the first Yosha Declares War. Oh my gosh. This is such a crazy pack for me. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Instant sorceries cost 1 less to cast. I have 8 instants, 1 sorcery. This thing's going to be huge. There's also Balmor in this pack, Tolarian Terror, and Essence Scatter. I'm probably going to wheel something very good for my deck from this pack. Oh, man. Or at least I hope I do. I don't know if there's another blue-red drafter. Because remember, I got pick 8 Najal. Maybe someone's going to hate draft it. Balmor might be better. I don't have as many go-wide stuff. Haughty Djinn is just a good standalone threat, which I like. Balmor is also good, but I'm going to take the Haughty Djinn. Okay, there's another Najal. That's great. Maybe wheel that guy or the Goblin Picker. Just get a 2-drop in the mix. Haughty Djinn is just feels pretty good to me. I like that if I top deck Haughty Djinn in the late game, it's going to be good. Whereas I have a lot of cards that are good in my opening hand only, really, like Amplifier and Infantry are much better if they're in my opener. I can top deck Haughty Djinn in the late game and it'll be good. I'm just going to take Najal. No, you don't play players in your pool, so there's no incentive to hate draft me. Garna is such a good card, too. Mary's Outrider, Essence Scatter, Hex Catcher. I'm going to take the Essence Scatter. I have plenty of instants to hold up and counter key threats. So now it's the choice. Do I take Yosha or do I take Impulse? If I played 4 Yosha Declares War in my day 2 draft, I don't really think I want the Impulse. I think I do want the Impulse. The Yosha's going to wheel anyway, and it's kind of trolling to play the Yosha thing. This is best of 3. Well, I don't want any of these cards. Even Thrill of Possibility. I'd rather just play Impulse than Thrill. Maybe I will wheel the 5th Yosha. And then go for it. But it just seems super troll. Because just every Yosha is like a Djinn that I'm not playing. I mean, an instant or sorcery. 10 instants, 1 sorcery. I guess I'll take a 2-drop. Maybe I'll need one. Tempo play. Yeah, if I play against a lot of X1s, Yosha's just cruising. Flowstone Kavu, number 2, or Automatic Librarian. Or the Inscribed Tablet, LOL. I don't think I'm going to play either one, but I'm going to take the Librarian in case I go for the Yosha thing. Fire Nado could be a fine sideboard card. I already have one in the main deck. Steel Crusher's nice. Over the Kavu. No, the 5th Yosha didn't come back. Not surprised. I think I'm going to play the 2nd Impulse, though. Okay, this deck looks really good. Definitely seems like a 17 lander. Check my instant sorceries. There's 10 instants, 2 sorceries. Let's just move all the cards I am considering cutting over to the side. Could trim some of those. I like having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-drops, plus an Essence Scatter for early game stuff. Plus 2 Flowstones, a Lightning Strike. I could consider trimming that guy, some of these. Could even consider trimming Fire Nados as well. I can't believe nothing wheeled out of that one pack. Like, we had the Haughty Djinn that we took, and then we didn't wheel Balmor, Essence Scatter, or the Tolarian Terror. So that means there were other people that were in our archetype, I guess. Or just, those cards are just really good, but I think Haughty Djinn's going to be really, really strong, so that's tough. that we didn't wheel anything. I was hoping we would. Man, the Yosha declares war plan, it would be so sick if we did that. But Spellduving Berserker good. It does play well with my Furious Bellows as well, and my Flowstone Infusion. Man, these Yoshas are interesting. I'm not going to play them, though, because they just make my synergies worse. So I think I just cut the Librarians. Play that guy. Play the Bellows, cut one Impulse. It's not really the most proactive card, but it's a fine one to have one of. And then I'll play it like this. And I'm excited to see how it does. Yep, definitely lean 9-8 because I do have double blue cards, but a lot of red, so I want to be able to double spell. And this is going to be the deck, and I'll see you folks in the matches. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support my channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, and special thanks to those at the credits level. All patrons gain access to my Dominaria United card-by-card tier list and other exclusive rewards, and I also want to note that Patreon can be cancelled at any time if your circumstances change, so there's no long-term commitment and it is completely transparent. I hope you're enjoying the video so far, and without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round numero uno. It's single elimination, so gonna have to try my utmost, but it is best of 3. And this is a mulligan because I don't have the ability to cast all my spells. This is a keep. They also mulliganed. I'm going to get rid of the Fire NATO, maybe. I want to keep my lands. I want to keep the cheap interaction. And I kind of want to keep the Impulse. I'm hoping to use that to find a threat. Okay, so they have Forest. Shoba Brawler. That is bad for me. Interesting. If only they played a 2-3, this would work out for me, but I'm going to do this and pass. Now I kind of want to kill this, so I will. I was going to kill this. Okay. Bog Badger. Coalition. Sky Knight. Benelish Faithmonder. They only have one card in hand? What? I'm just writing down all the cards I see. This deck feels very beatable so far. Their only really good card has been this Nishoba. Play land. Play Haughty Djinn. And no attacks. I'm going to go for the defensive combat trick. I'll keep a spell on top that can give me some tempo advantage. And let me start attacking. Especially because I have this impulse to help me chain stuff together. So they played 4 cards. I have them all written down. Perfect. Sure, the Bog Badger's back. I mean, here's where Haughty Djinn just shines. Clearly taking the Drake here. Gotta be Drake. Fine trading my 2/2 for their 3/3. Obviously, in this spot, I have 1, 2, 3 instants and sorcerers in my graveyard. So this, if this was, I have 2 Soaring Drakes. So if this had been the Tolarian Terror, I could have played it. But I'm still in fine shape. Nice, we get the win in game 1. So we know they have 3 toughness creatures, but they do have 1, 2 toughness 1. So Flowstone Infusion is still probably fine. But Eldevian Berserker didn't seem as good. Or like Automatic Librarian seems like it might line up pretty well here. I don't really want a random 2/1. My 2/5 doesn't block everything that I want it to block. When I'm on the defensive, I'm going to bring in a 3/2 that can block a little bit better. Don't want to mess with my instant and sorcery count. Because if I play my 2/3, it can't block their 3/3, like Nishoba Brawler, Bog Badger, or Faith Bonder very well. So Automatic Librarian can trade 1 for 1 with each of those, which I like. Maybe I should have brought in both of them over the 2 Soaring Drakes. It honestly seems like a reasonable plan, but flying is a nice little win condition in this matchup as well, it feels like. On the draw, I'm going to keep this. We've got a Cantrip, we've got a Djinn, we've got a Scatter. And if I draw a red source, which I have more red sources than blue sources, I'll be fine as well. Okay, Floriferous Vine Wall is the sort of card where I do not care that they're playing it right now. They whiffed? Oh my god. I cannot believe it. That's insane. Just further evidence. I know a lot of people like that card, and I have never been the hugest fan. So if they play a scary creature, okay. Just gonna hold everything up. Citizen's Arrest is annoying. That is not resolving. Elfheim War. Crystal Grotto. It looks like they've had plenty of lands, so you never know what they had in their hand when they played the Vine Wall. I am taking notes. Second Citizen's Arrest, sure. Once again, I think I would have been able to play a Tolarian Terror there. But also, again, I'm not really going to track it for the entire draft and all the times I could have played it, because at the time I felt like the pick was correct. And I don't really regret taking it. Okay, Mesa Cavalier. I'm just taking notes on this, if anyone's curious. I like writing stuff down. Got the win. Huge. See you folks next round. Welcome to round 2. We have won the die roll. We'll play first. And we will mulligan this hand, because even though I could survive with some 5-land hands, this is not the one. Okay, I guess I'm keeping. This is a yikes. Not a great start for me. What are we up against? Forest. Impulse. This could be a matchup where I bring up my second bolt impulse in. So far, 2 worst draws in my deck. 2 mountains. Even islands would have been better. No island, once again, punished. This guy's huge right now, but would be nice to get it into play. Wooded Ridgeline. Sure. Tolarian Geyser. can't believe this. I'm gonna keep the draw though. I'll draw an island at some point. I need some card advantage. They have plenty of cards in hand. Oh, they are also playing the Vine Wall. Funny. You're allowed to take notes during a paper tournament. I do it every time I play in a paper tournament. Okay. You draw one eventually. Okay, Essence Scatter. Good to know about. Talus Lookout. I wouldn't mind one of those myself. They're called notes. You're trolling, Draknor. 2 Tangled Islets. Nice. And whatever this one's called. Idyllic Beachfront. Frostfist Strider. So I have to pay 1 mana to do this. 5 mana to do this on this thing. This will attack, trade with that, kill the Lookout as well, or kill this thing. Probably kill this thing. And killing Lookout's probably better. So I need 5 mana for this. 6 mana, and then I even have a backup mana. Oh, my stuff costs 1 less too. Perfect. That's unfortunate. That's mostly just so I don't take too much damage. So they have Rona's Vortex, eh? And Contaminated. Aww. With fur. Pixie Illusionist, sure. Sure. So they have 2 Essence Scatters. Okay. I like Essence Scatter here. Two Pixie Illusionists. So I can attack with this guy and then tap this guy and then I take 3 back. Or I can attack with this guy for 5. I have my 6/4 back so I don't take any damage on the crackback, which seems more worth it. That's unfortunate. Oh, they're not making. Oh, they don't have black mana. They can't make me discard. Espionage was the best possible draw for them, though. Okay. 5, 8, 10, sure. So this is Bounce, Pixie. I can take 7 on the crackback. Or I can bounce this thing, which is cheaper for them to cast. So I'll just bounce Pixie. Classic poor tapping by me. If I had tapped that better, I could have gotten an attack in with this guy too, which is what I needed to do. Spine wall's really annoying. If I had played this with 3 islands and just double pump this attack with this thing for 5 as well, and they trade kill there, I think I'm in better shape than they are. Okay. I should be attacking with my Berserker, I think. Should have done it that turn. I'm glad I didn't do anything with this. That's not exactly correct, Frets. I won my first match, and this is the first game of round 2. I was thinking of not rummaging, so I'd have extra blockers around. Gosh, you gotta be kidding me. No. That's so bad. Frick. Really? I mean, I haven't flooded. They've drawn every card in their deck. I've drawn a lot of mine. Give me the +2/-2 Flowstone Infusion, baby. Nope. Gosh, I need one more draw step. Wow. Needed one more card or one more life point. If I had blocked their 3/2 Trampler with my 1/3 guy and then just used the ping to finish it off, I would have been able to win, I think. Wow. Bring in Impulse. Probably for Flowstone Infusion. Man, I was so close to winning that game. I needed one or two more things to go my way, and I would have won. Oh, that's so tough. At least I know their entire deck. But, jeez. Oh my gosh, if they'd drawn one more card with Silver Scrutiny, I would have won too, probably. Dang. That's tough. I have no idea if other streamers impersonate my intro. Also, saying hello at the beginning of a video is not impersonating, really. Yeah, I die before the trigger, I know. True, probably Armoric. Okay, game 2. Oh man, we have to mulligan this. Our deck doesn't do well with 5 lands. Keep this. Ditch that. That was a huge draw. If I had gotten the Goblin Picker a little bit earlier. I think I could have won that game if I had gotten an attack in sooner. They got 2 Essence Scatters. I don't have a lot of gas in the tank for this game, so... And the Balduvian Berserker doesn't add to my clock in a significant way, so I'm just going to try to play around their Essence Scatter. I knew they had Impulse, too. See, now I get to resolve my card scot-free. Gonna do that now. And I'm gonna try to discard this island at some point, but for now I'm just gonna get the damage in while I can. Sure. Them attacking and trading damage when I have this is good for me. This ended up punishes my attack that I know of. No, not that I know of. That does punish it, that I know of. Foolish me. Attacking with Goblin Picker was bad, I guess. Gosh darn it, Nikolai. I literally have a list of every card in their deck in front of me, and I just didn't read Shore Up. Gosh darn it. They went for it and didn't get punished. So brutal. I'm a fool. Gosh. Codex. Okay. Are they dead on board? Menace? They can't double block it or they die. I think. Did I write down Tolarian Terror? No, I didn't. Yes! It's lethal if I do it that way, I think, because they have to kill my 1-3, and then my 1-3 either deals 5 to them or it dies and deals 5 damage to them. And then I have 2 other attackers that are flyers, so they can only block 1 of them. Okay, I only have 1 Flowstone Infusion in the deck. Game 3, baby. So I know pretty much all the cards in their deck. I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 of their 23 cards. I have 9 instants, 2 sorceries. I could put in Haunting Figment, trying to stay aggressive. I think I'm going to keep it like this, though. Don't think I need a flow stone. Don't think this card's very good. This is intense. This is intense. Come on, you gotta be kidding me. I was about to say, I really want to have a hand I could just keep. Oh, this is not a keepable hand. Why me? Jeez. I had to mulligan every single game. It's frustrating. And I still don't get a functional hand. Wow. This is how it ends, eh? Oh, man. They already have blue, black, red, green. Do they have white mana at all? No. There you guys are kicker. I guess I could have kept the Nile. Just drawing all lands, eh? Oh, joyous day. Oh, that's so frustrating. I feel like my deck is really good, and then I mulliganed and drew a land every draw step to lose the game. Red, green, blue, black. So they get to do 4, but they don't get to straight up draw the card yet. If they have shore up, this game is probably over. Really hoping they don't have it. They only had 1 copy that I've seen. Ginny boy, I'm gonna need ya. Oh, Ginny boy, I'm gonna need ya. Okay, Vine Wall. Please get mana screwed. Please whiff. That would be so funny if I had 2 opponents whiff with the Vine Wall in 1 draft. Okay, there's no way, yeah. Makes sense. Somehow I'm still in the game. Okay, they're tapped out. I can get my Jin into play. gosh, I'm so close. They don't have the vortex anymore. I don't see Vine Shaper Prodigy. Nice, there it is. Linebreaker Bailoff. Oh my gosh, this is so close. So what do they? I know they have Impulse that they could cast for this mana. Essence Scatter. Shore Up, Tail Swipe, but I don't think they have Tail Swipe because they would have used it probably. And they don't have Shore Up, or they would have used that too, I think. So if I attack with this guy again, they use this thing to protect from it. Or if I attack with this guy and this guy. Keep that on top. Oh my god, I wiped their board. Okay, I don't wipe their board. But they used Shore Up. So they no longer have Shore Up. No longer have the Bailoff. They no longer have the Vine Wall. No! Played their Terror. I'm so close. I'm so close. I can taste the victory. It's right here. They don't have that many flyers. Okay. Five, 10. So they're gonna... I can get my Flowstone Kavu up to 7 power. They'll block it with these two guys. Or maybe they'll triple block. They triple block. I either have lethal or I die. No! No! Oh no! Yes! The lightning strike! Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, we won! Oh my gosh, what a match! They had the one card in their deck, or one of the cards that could stop my flyer, and we found the lightning strike. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was insane. Oh my gosh, we attacked with our Flowstone Kavu so that no matter what they had, they couldn't... Because if we hadn't done that exact attack, if we had held back on blocks, we wouldn't have had that opportunity. Because they would have played this guy, tapped our Flowstone Kavu, attacked us for lethal with their guys. We had to make the attack, kill their 2 dudes, push them to 1 because this thing was going to get tapped. If we'd waited a turn, they would have been at 4. So we had to go for the Furious Bellow that turn. Saw that we had Impulse on top. If we'd done it in any other order, we wouldn't have won. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was insane. Because we had to get him to 1 there, because we wouldn't have been able to get him. They would have been at 4, and our Lightning Strike would have been 1 short. Because this thing wouldn't have been able to attack. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what a win. Holy heck, battling back. We were 1 life point short in Game 1. But in Game 3, we get there with exactsies. Pretty much. Right before we die. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. What a game. Welcome to round 3. This is the one. If we make it through this one, we have another draft for the $2,500. We're going to play first. Let's hope for a functional hand. You know it, baby. Just the way I like it. 1 lander, can't cast spells. Let's go. New hand. Here we go. Okay, we'll keep this one. I think we ditched the Impulse. Or maybe we ditched the Berserker. I'm going to ditch the Berserker. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ooh, a mirror match of sorts. I'll just hold up S and Scatter. And Impulse. I'll take Island. And they have a swamp. Gosh, if they don't attack with Soaring Drake, I can timely interference it. My amplifier eats it. Gosh darn it! Man, oh man. If I'd had extra lands, I could have countered that. I can do... tap this guy so I can maybe eat something with the interference. Of course. Oh man, I goes 2, 4, 6, 9. I could have done an extra. I could have done 10 to them this turn. So now they'll draw a card. Sure. They don't quite have lethal here. Ugh. I didn't think I could beat the... I was going to try to keep my guy around so I could surprise them for a bunch of damage out of nowhere. That was my plan. I guess I get Solkanar. We have 2 Soaring Drakes. Fires of Victory. Pixie Illusionist. And then Solkanar the Tainted. Sure. I can't believe it. If I had drawn a land... Oh my gosh. I should have played one of these on my end step, I guess. Because that would have been so good. I could have, but then I wouldn't have gotten Solkanar. Because I could have timely interfered into this thing. Each opponent lose 2 life and I gain 2. This is insane. If I had been able to draw a land, I could have time lead to kill this thing. Oh, I should have totally used a timely on my end step to try and draw that land. Dang it. There was a land there. I mean, yeah, obviously they have shore up, but I have to pretend like they don't. Please trade. What would I have to draw to win this game from now here? Because I don't have timely, I think I have to do this. I need 2 answers. This was a really unfortunate game. My deck really had an awkward start. I was struggling with lands the whole game. Come on, no! No! Yep. Yep. Gosh darn it. Am I really going to get right to the finish line and then not get across? Oh my gosh. Solkanar is so dumb. Because by the time I get it, it's like brutal. I've had to mulligan 4 straight games, so it'd be real nice to just have a keepable opening hand. They don't have a lot of 2 toughness guys. Got the infusions. Add that. And add that, maybe. Or maybe I just keep one of these. Yeah, I'll do that. I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. I know 11 of their cards. Solkanar is by far the most terrifying. Gosh, I have had some crazy games. Just, I feel like I'm always on the back foot because my deck never gives me reasonable draws, it feels like, other than like the clutch end game top decks. This is a good hand. I have both colors. I have between 3 and 4 lands in the opener. Wow. This is what it feels like? My goodness. I don't think my not cast. I had some weird situations last game where I was super far behind, and so I was going to try to steal victory in a variety of ways that never ended up working. They're mulliganing this time. Let's go. I love that. I did not get the Battle Mage. Not going to attack into the Battlefly Swarm because they have the black mana right now, and if they try to play a 3-drop, they won't. Now I'll do it. Because I have enough threats in play already, and gosh. They can't cast Solkanar unless they have a pure island here. Gosh. I think holding Impulse is correct, so I know more about what they are doing before I cast it. But now that I know they have Tribute to Urborg, I can maybe play around that. No! Gosh darn it. Just perma-wrecked. Really hoping they don't draw Solkanar. Nope, there's an island. Oh, thank goodness. Just a pixie. Oh, man. I'm in such bad shape. My 2/2s are not going to be able to hold the line in this economy. Oh, that's a okay thing for me. Okay. Well. I could have done that slightly differently. And by slightly differently, I mean I could have just relied on them blocking naturally and then used timely. But and then maybe used, but then I wouldn't have anything different anyway, and I'd rather force the play than give them the option. Why would it tap me out of blue? Keep that for sure. Yeah, I know it's for the goblin. Sure. Maria's Outrider. Gosh. No. It's all slipping away. Oh my gosh, do they really have... Oh my gosh, they have Urborg repossession? You've got to be kidding me. They found their second Urborg repossession. Oh my gosh. And they have a land. Oh my gosh. This is so bad. I can't believe it. They just did me dirty again. Oh my god. Oh man, I was so close to making it. I was so close, but they drew both Urborg repossessions. They drew... Oh man, and I just didn't. I can't beat Solkanar. I tried. I was trying to go fast. Menace can't finish it because they're going to gain 2, which puts them at 8, which puts me 1 out of Menace plus this thing range. Plus I have to block. Jeez. Yep, that's game. They can use that to cast Tribute to Urborg or something. Or I guess Repossession. Is it enough? Yeah, of course it's enough. Oh my gosh! Oh, I don't even get a chance to top deck. I want to see what was on top. Yeah, it was fine. Oh my gosh, I was so close. I was so close. Gosh darn it. Oh my gosh. At least I didn't mulligan that game. Jeez. Just everything just... Oh man, it all just lined up poorly for me. Gosh darn it. If they hadn't had both Urborg repossessions, I could have won that, maybe. Oh, that's frustrating. Real sad. If they hadn't drawn the Solkanar, I could have won that. But they had Solkanar in their top half both games. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Well, I tried my best. Fought hard, but it didn't matter in the end. Oh well, it was some epic moments. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag the lightning strike because it's kind of like the lightning helix, but for me it was the lightning strike. So hashtag the lightning strike to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video because that was a pretty epic moment. Fun times, even if we didn't get there in the end. Remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for more content, and comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.